What's up, guys? I'm sorry, things get weirder every video. Hey, what's up? How are you guys? Do you want to see the iPhone 13? You want to see the iPhone 13 Pro? You want to see every iPhone 13? Okay, well, hey, we got it. We got the first look today. And we see all the design changes, little intricacies for the form factor. We're talking about all that today. So if you're looking forward to this video, drop a like down below. And of course, hit subscribe. Tap on that bell. Hit it. Smack it up a little bit. Make sure you don't miss out on any future videos. It's officially Apple event season. If you're not watching every video, what are you really doing with your life? Yo, but before jumping into anything else today, just want to say thank you guys for the support, the feedback, the comments, the criticism, the love, the hate on Apple Track 2. From what I've seen, the new radical design that I put on here that I worked on for like 8 hours straight today has gotten, some people on Team A, some people on Team B. So obviously there's more improvements coming. It's a good time. So, you've probably checked out Apple Track before, but in case you haven't, hey, the water is real toasty right now. I have also found the rumors about the HomePod to be quite toasty. And by toasty, I mean I want to throw all of it at a fire. The HomePod is in a weird spot right now. There's really no way to look at it. It's Apple's smart speaker line, or that's what it has been historically. That's changing a lot in the future. And right now there's only one HomePod, I have like two. There's one HomePod for sale. The HomePod Mini. It's 99 bucks. It's in stock everywhere. It just came out in November. And it's okay, It's fine. It works. I've got one in my bathroom. It connects to the internet like half the time. I don't know. I've never been blown away by the HomePod, and obviously Apple wasn't either, and most people weren't with the original one, considering that they discontinued it and everything. So where does that leave HomePod now? Everyone just kind of thought, okay, Apple's done with HomePod. They got this mini one. It'll probably sell a little bit better, but like this is it. There's no more, nothing happening. But can you tell by my tone of voice that we were all wrong? Can you tell by my tone of voice that it's going to be a built-in Apple TV? Can you tell by my tone of voice it's going to have a robotic arm going in? Literally, these rumors don't make sense, okay? I cannot contextualize them. But the thing is, they're from Mark Gurman, who is 90% accurate. Like, Mark is not going to put out a story if he's not 100% confident that it's going to happen at some point. And he better be confident in the things he's saying here. Okay, let's start with the first device. The first of the two devices is like a combo between a FaceTime camera, the Apple TV, and a normal HomePod, and it's all gonna be built together. Now, thank God Parker Ortolani from 9to5Mac made some renders that made this look okay, because I'll just say what I was picturing wasn't pretty, and I wanted to throw it back into the trenches that it came from, because we didn't need a combo. I didn't think we needed a combo device, but here we are. For real though, this is actually kind of appealing, like a soundbar type Apple TV that has a speaker with some HomePod functionality, and then also a FaceTime camera to talk to people. Call me crazy, but I think I'd actually buy one of those. That's like the device that when you start to put the pieces together, it's like, oh, okay, Apple hasn't updated the Apple TV in a while, and the HomePod not been selling well, so why wouldn't Apple try something different? But the second HomePod is the one that I don't... What are we doing here, guys? This is the best concept that we have for this device, which has been described as a HomePod with a robotic or like magnetic arm that connects to an iPad on the front. Some have coined it the HomePod G4, because you guys remember like the iMac G4 back in the day. I call this absolutely horrible and something I never want to see again. I am convinced that the HomePod division is run by the children of Apple employees, because first they do the HomePod and call it $350, and then they do the HomePod Mini. It's okay. It's like, okay, obviously the kid's kind of aged out of the program, but the fresh batch of toddlers behind this invention, I guess, have way too much free time on their hands, because anybody that's coming up with this as a solution for the HomePod line, maybe look for another job, because I don't think that industrial design is calling your name, honey. I really think the only saving grace for these is that Gurman indicates that both the robotic arm one and the Apple TV combo are like quite some time away. We aren't getting these imminently. These are not coming at the April event on April 20th. Like, not even this year, I don't think. So maybe they'll improve a little bit. Maybe we'll actually get them by the time they come out. But let's be honest with ourselves here. Does this guy really look like somebody who uses protection? I mean, just look at him flapping in the wind. He doesn't use protection. I use protection. That's why I use WeVPN. See, the guys over at WeVPN came from all the other VPN companies that were doing sketchy stuff to make a product that was fundamentally better. And this month, they're celebrating their anniversary, which means they've introduced the 2 years plan that includes 2 months for free, which means you're only paying $2.69 a month to access all the premium features, over 50 server locations, and access to BBC iPlayer, Hulu, Netflix, all your favorite streaming services to unblock the content you want. And just for iUpdate viewers, on top of the anniversary deal, you're getting an additional 10% off at checkout when you go to wevpn.com/iupdate. So my challenge to you is this: whether you just heard about a VPN today or you've been using a different one for years, if you like me, if you trust what I do here, then go over to wevpn.com/iupdate and get started today. I will say though, for Apple's iPhone division, they are making some good progress. In fact, we heard from King, who is over 97% accurate, that the design for the iPhones had been finalized, and guess who was right? The guy who is 97% accurate. And we know this because two sites that I thought were competing but now appear to kind of be friends have leaked the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro CAD files. So My Smart Price and 91 Mobiles have both leaked these phones. And well, I'll be honest, because you guys have done a little bit less. Like, they weren't joking when they got the raw CAD file, which is like the base engineering document for these iPhones. They got the file and just put it out there. Like, they just spun it around in their little 3D viewer program and added absolutely zero detail. Like, this is a plastic mock-up at best. I guess this just showed up in their inbox and they were like, hit that publish button, Roddy. All right, let's just throw it out to the people. And then just random white plastic with little differentiation between any part of the... Come on, guys. Can we do better than this? If you're gonna leak it, can you leak it right? I mean, these are bad. Why they didn't just work with a render artist like I did later in this video? I worked with Renders by Ian to actually take the raw file, and make it palatable and look nice like an actual iPhone does. So let's start off with the iPhone 13. All right, this is a replacement for the iPhone 12 mini and the iPhone 12. So this will be available in 5.4 and 6.1 inch sizes. And shocker, it looks pretty similar to the iPhone 12. And that's because it is. Like, Apple just did the major design refresh in 2020. So we're not gonna get one for at least another 2 years from now, so don't expect it. It's not gonna happen. And I'm fine with that. Like, the iPhone 12 design is really good. And pretty much everything in the design is great news here. First of all, the notch. We have another concrete look at the updated design, and it's the one I want. It's a bit skinnier, it's got the speaker up in the bezel, and it just looks like innovation. It's something we haven't seen in years, and like we've talked about it, at this point a smaller notch is absolutely happening this year just because of how many different sources have said the same thing. And now the final design that Apple's going to put in production is also showing it. So the front fascia is obviously changing a little bit, but if we flip the phone around, there's actually a massive change happening on the back with the camera system. Apple is swapping the lenses. So we got the obviously like vertical dual camera design starting, I mean, really like on the iPhone 10, I think, and then it sort of evolved over time to look a little bit different. But now Apple's flipping it. So it's going to be a slash now instead of a straight line. And I actually dig it. Like, I think it looks so good in Ian's renders that he did. On the raw CAD file, I was like, I'm feeling quite a bit sus here. But this is the kind of design change that somebody's gonna go, wait, what? My phone doesn't look like this. And I mean, Apple sells a ton of these lower end iPhone 12, 13 type models rather than the higher end Pros. So this is actually pretty smart on their end. But aside from it maybe helping in the marketing, I can't find another reason for why Apple did this. There were rumors that LiDAR was gonna come to all iPhone 13 models, but that's not here. It's just flash and microphone. Apple's literally just like switching it around. Okay, I'm into it. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. Everything else here though on the iPhone 13 standard model is staying the same. Same dimensions, same screen sizes. The mini is staying around this year, so that's the 13. iPhone 13, here you go. Thanks, Ian, for these great renders. For my personal iPhone every year, though, I always go with the Pro. The iPhone 12 Pro has been my daily driver since the day it came out. I just like the finish. I like the extra features, the stainless steel. It's my vibe. And as excited as I am for the iPhone 13 Pro, a lot of it is not going to be in the design this year, but rather the functionality. Like, we know 120 Hertz is coming. We know under display Touch ID is coming to the iPhone 13 Pro series, but just Let's take a look at the physical changes, because there's not many. Again, like the standard 13, there is going to be a smaller notch, so Apple seems to be bringing the notch to all new iPhones this year, but the dimensions are changing a bit. So this iPhone 13 Pro, when compared to the iPhone 12 Pro, is actually going to be around 2.6% thicker. If I had to guess, I would say this has to do with one of two things. One, perhaps the battery is getting bigger. We heard that, I believe, a while back. And number two, perhaps the LTPO 120 Hertz display is also adding some thickness. Or perhaps the real answer is C, all of the above. Just like my COM 403 test. That was fun. That was a good one on the final exam. You really got me there. I got a D on it. Still not over that one, Dr. Dickhouse. You can go right off. It could sort of be a B necessitates A change, where because of the more intensive 120 Hertz display, Apple's adding a larger battery, and that is causing C, which is more thickness. And on the rear, Apple's actually removing a camera this year, which is a weird move. Nah, I'm just playing, but I got you guys. I bet some of you were like, what? My Pro? It's gonna... No. No, there are still going to be 3 cameras on the iPhone 13 Pro this year, but Apple's essentially copying the Pro Max's camera design and just pasting it right on the regular 13 Pro, because as you know, the Pro Max has a slightly better camera system with a wider aperture on the main lens, a better telephoto 2.5x zoom lens versus just 2, and the biggest part for me is sensor shift stabilization. So all of those changes, and some obviously for the general camera upgrades coming to all the iPhone 13 models, will be present on the Pro. So it doesn't look like there's going to be a differential as of right now between the Pro Max and the Pro for cameras again this year, which is great because like I don't like the big one, but I still want the best cameras. Seeing these 2 designs confirms it for me more than anything else that this is going to be an S year, which is fine because we just got the iPhone 12 super cycle. Like I wasn't expecting anything more, and I like these subtle design changes. At least it's something, right? It's not identical design-wise to the iPhone 12 series before it. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like down below, hit subscribe for more. Make sure to check out Apple Track V2. I'm so proud of her. I hope you guys doing well. Love you. Let me give you another hug. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.